offer the best grooming products for you. Yes, all natural and handcrafted too. We wanna help be your swagger, style, class, and luxury. Make our products tailor-made for you with high quality. Yeah. So get in style with the Black Company. To give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. Yeah. The Black Gentleman Company. To give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. Yeah.
Located at www.theblackgent.com. Yo. What's good? It's Stormybman, and I am back. Welcoming you to the Friday Night Chop Session with Stormybman for this Friday, August 29th, 2025. This is number 194 in the series of Chop Sessions. And we're just going to talk a little bit of boxing views, perceptions, concepts, impressions, views on the sport as we have a little bit of a break in between now and the next wave of matches that'll be thrown our way, because we have been having weekend after weekend after weekend of scheduled matchups. And though there may still be a few fights out there sprinkled throughout this weekend, it's a moment of reflection that I'll decide to take for my channel as we get ready to gear up toward the big fight that's coming September 13th, when undisputed super middleweight title holder Saul Canelo Alvarez takes on Terrence Bud Crawford. Now, some of you out there may even recall earlier this morning, about 15 hours ago, I did a live stream en route to my daily grind, and I had some things to say about this fight, also about Canelo Alvarez in particular. That all still stands. You just need to go back and check it out if you didn't check out Stormy's stream this morning, because I'm going to tell you something. I'll be hitting things from all different types of angles going forward. It's just the way it is. I've gotten a little bit familiar with how I can attack the sport around my work day, including my work week. So even where I may take an evening off, there may be a morning where I hit you at sunrise. But the whole point of it is that I'm covering the sport to the best of my ability on my channel with my perspective. You see how that ties in when I was talking about perspective, views, and that's important to understand, because my perspective may not be shared by others, or there may be some commonalities that you'll find in between there. But the whole point of it is to get everything moving, talking about the sport, our beloved sport of boxing. For some of us, it's beloved. For others, it's like a perpetration of support from people who have really no foundation or merit. Yeah! You see, At all times, the blade remains sharp. And if you happen to get sliced, tough tamales, baby, you're going to have to learn to shore up that defense, huh? Yeah. Let me take a quick roll call and see who we got in the building this evening. There's a few people popping in and out. There's a few people still peeping. Huh? Yeah. And others yet still to join. But I must advise all the wrenches to be on alert, because there is currently a stirring of the pot of trolls, and we need to be ready for that, huh? We need to be ready to send them where they belong, huh? And you know that I love to be able to handle the trolls and send them where they belong, huh? Because you got to know how to handle them. And if anybody kind of forgets how Stormy handles them, huh? Just take a look at your screen and know. And wrenches follow suit, please. That's why you have them. Right between the eyes, huh? Yeah. And just in case, there are some who forget what we be repping around these parts, huh? You gotta keep your head on a swivel. Otherwise, your head may be found to be somewhere else, huh? Again, keep your eyes on the screen.
He was an informer for the police.
Yeah! So just know we still in the business of doing and taking care of the business, huh? Yeah. So just know that. Now, let us proceed with the roll call. Ratchet since 91 out there early, along with Rod Neal, saying salute. What's good with you, brothers? Kamara and Phil's in the building saying salute. Stormy and chat, working in the morning, keep grinding and cooking, bro. You know I will, sister. Blessings to you. Chilltown Majors is back saying Stormy salute. Macadus Mac of the South is in the building saying salute to the Grandmaster, still at work, going strong but listening. Yes, sir. Ravens Nation is in the building saying evening, everyone. And Quan Big Gun says salute my brother Sensei, the knowledge, and salute chat. What's good with you, Quan? Says interested in Stormy's perspective of this week's foolishness in boxing, huh? I'm gonna tell you something there, Quan. For this week alone, I had to break out my high water boots, huh? If you own a home and live in a flood zone, you know exactly what high water boots are, huh? And that is to protect yourself from the knee shins down, huh? From flooding. But I'm gonna tell you something. This was a different type of flooding this week, huh? A lot of bullshit, huh? Yeah. And the high water boots, though they be rubber, huh? You may want to throw them out after wading through a lot of that we waded through this week, huh? It was really there, man, and it stunk. It smelled awful, huh? It smelled like we were in a hog house, huh? Yeah. But you know what happens to the hogs? They get slaughtered. Yeah. Macadus Max says, you cooked this morning. That's right, man. You know me. Yep. So we're going to talk a little bit about boxing this evening. And there has been more than an extra helping of foolishness this week. I don't know. The boxing gods have just kind of dropped some on us because it's part of the business. But I can seriously say, man, that some of it is like we just reject, readily we reject. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. From Mel Charlo to this whole thing with Tank and Paul, to some foolishness about Deontay from some of these, so-called scribes from over in the UK. I just, sometimes you just have to wear your raincoat and your umbrella, man, and let some of this stuff roll off of you, because if you let too much attach to you, it'll bring you down. I mean, seriously, it will bring you down. So you just have to be careful, man. Gotta be careful. So, one of the so-called news blogs has Mel Charlo coming back to social media looking to garner attention, draw attention to himself. Now, Charlo, no one has given much consideration or thought to him since he lost to Canelo Alvarez back in 2023. He allowed himself to lose his undisputed status at 154, and just like anything in life, the division and the other fighters moved on without him, and nobody even looked for him. They didn't check for him. Nobody dropped any lines in wherever he lives, whether he's home in Texas or wherever he may be, the crazy house, any place. But the division has moved on without the guy. So now he's chattering it up, saying he wants to fight everyone from his good friend and gym training partner, Errol Spence, to the champions that are out there, because his belts, according to him, are on loan, or even revisiting the thought of fighting or facing Terrence Bud Crawford, who has moved on without him. You know what I'm saying? It's like life goes on. For those who happen to think that they are the center of the action, wrenches. Remember what I said earlier. Remember what I said earlier. Mac of the South, you're appreciated. You see, didn't I foretell that, You might as well call me Stormy Damas, Because I knew. You see? That's why a true leader prepares his followers. put you on notice to let you know that there was going to be troll appearances. But Mac of the South, one reminder to you, brother, personally. Stormy doesn't do timeouts. Stormy throws them the hell out to never return unless they have a new account to give me another view. So please do away with the timeouts and ban, I'm not like my other brothers out here, which is why everything of that nature is on a low percentage, and I prefer to keep it that way. No timeouts, throw them the hell out. I don't tolerate the disrespect because I don't take disrespect elsewhere. I don't invite nor welcome it here. Zero tolerance here. Zero. That's absolutely correct, sir. But back to Charlo. Who's now, I believe, going on 36 years of age, thinks that he's going to come back and stake his claim in the division. Even mentioning the likes of Jerron Boots Ennis, which would be interesting to see something like that. But since he's an old man, there may be a call for something like that, but only if Jerron Ennis would answer the call. You see, because as it stands right now, he appears to love to walk on the wrong side of things. And when you're walking on that proverbial wrong side, there's just a number of ways to look at things when it comes to you. You got to get it together, keep it together. And right now, Mr. Ennis is kind of iffy in that department. So, according to Ring Magazine, an article that was produced yesterday, Charlo promises to come back sharper than ever. And it goes that sometimes rolling the dice can work in your favor. In the case of Jermell Charlo, however, it didn't. The Houston native always dreamed of facing Canelo Alvarez, but considering that they campaigned in two different weight classes, that matchup appeared improbable. Yet in September 2023, Charlo abandoned his undisputed junior middleweight throne and made the move north to 168. I want to stop there just a second, because having a total awareness of what the circumstances were would be better suited. You see, when Canelo was campaigning at Canelo weight, both Charlo brothers were right there to be faced. And Canelo opted to not face those at that time young lions. He had already lost to Floyd Mayweather, and he wasn't looking to threaten his position so soon again in his career. And not one but two men of the same name, height, reach, talent, hunger, and desire. Canelo made sure that he steered clear of these men. If you notice, Canelo never campaigned at middleweight for very long at all. If you notice, when he moved up to 168, there were opportunities for him there that kept things questionable. Even his bouts with Triple G, and that was a bit of a farce, because Triple G encountered Canelo when he was taking PEDs. Popping Dirty was the make of order for him. And he really didn't want to face Triple G at the time, but he was limited. And with the slap on the wrist that he received from the WBC, he was well on his way to continue to write his own ticket. Now, I spoke about him this morning. I'm not going to dwell on him big time, but just talking about Charlo trying to come back. He was quoted as saying, "My 2-year layoff was not by choice." On Instagram, he wrote, "I've been sitting back watching, letting them talk, but now it's my turn." Dude, nobody gives a damn, huh? No, really. I mean, maybe your own personal family and friends. But the sport has moved on, and moved on well. In fact, let me prove to you how it has. As I pull up Box Rep, and we go through the amazing ratings, huh? Let's go to the super welterweight division, huh? Yeah. At super welterweight, presently they have from 1 through 10, starting with 1 going down. Bakram Murtazaliev. Number 2 is Virgil Ortiz Jr. Number 3 is Xander Zayas. Number 4 is Sebastian Fundora. Number 5 is Keith Thurman, because he's getting ready to face one of the top fighters in the division. Number 6, Israel Madrimov. Number 7, Sergey Bohachuk, who should be rated far higher than that. Number 8, who also should be rated higher, is Erickson Lubin, whom Charlo faced a few years back, stopping him in the first round, when Lubin was a fighter who was more brash and less experienced, and found himself embarrassed on that night that he entered the ring with Charlo. Number 9, a man who was conquered by Lubin, Jesus Alejandro Ramos Jr. Number 10, the ever mysterious Uisma Lima, who will be recently taking on Jaron Boots Ennis. Number 12, Tim Tszyu. So I gave you the top 12. Number 11 is Abbas Baru, who just bounded into the ratings with his upset over Talis in his last fight. Eric Jordan, good evening. I'll tell you, like I told my brother, Macadus Mac, Please do not do timeouts on my channel, brother. Elimination. You surely can see the conversation that took place between Mackinus Mac and myself earlier before you popped in. So just understand, I don't do timeouts, I throw out. So that person needs to be totally obliterated from my channel. They are not welcome, especially coming in with such disrespect. And do you allow disrespect in your own home? I'm certain that you do not. So please handle it appropriately. When disrespect is shown, show them the door forevermore. I don't want to have to continue to repeat myself on that. If I have to repeat myself to my wrenches, I could take the wrench away. Because see, I don't govern my station like everyone else. You either come in with respect or you go out with your foot with shoes in your ass. That's how I do it. It's no explanation needed. And since that individual doesn't care to show their face, I can't call him what he probably is, but it's okay. But they look to come in with a account that they just made today, so it shows you exactly who it is. It's someone who's probably already been blocked and banned from this channel to begin with. So let them make more accounts so therefore they can get my views up. But they'll find themselves going down all the while. Yes. And in case they don't understand, I'll help them.
That's for fucking with me, you no business born insecure motherfuckers!
Yeah, Quan, that's the whole thing. But see, I don't get distracted. I stay on target and on course. As you can see, I'm totally ready for it, huh? You can ask them on their way out, though.
What was that? Try again.
Anywho, back to Charlo. Nobody cares, Charlo. Nobody cares, bro. You're old news. Yesterday's paper, huh? Now lining the bird cage, huh? Yeah. That's what people think, and there's nothing you can do about it, huh? And to be perfectly honest, there's nothing that we want to do about it. Yeah. These guys coming around. Listen, man. What people mad about? That their favorite fighters are being exposed left and right? Left and right. Every time you turn around, they out there. Yeah. Anyway, the Charlo news is not surprising because his ego wouldn't let him sit down and be quiet. Though he says that he's just been sitting back watching. He's mad that the parade has gone on and he don't get a chance to ride on the float, huh? And he don't deserve a ride on the float. Not in the least. Let's see here. This is my brother, Eric Jordan, EJ in the Cash App. Thank you for your donation, brother. He says, for the chop session and the early morning cook. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. You are deeply appreciated, man. Now, to get back to a comment that was made earlier. Quan Big Guns has said, interested on Stormy's perspective of this week's foolishness in boxing. Well, you know, there's been plenty to go around, man. Big time. There has been plenty. Like, here's some funny information. If it depends on what side you're on here. Alexander Usyk, who had asked the WBO to give him an extension on making his mandatory fight because he said that he was nursing an injury. But a recent viral video of Usyk dancing, hamming it up on the dance floor, made the WBO say, hey, wait a minute. We want an updated medical exam from you to know that you're good, that you know, if you can dance the night away, maybe you can fight the night away, and get your butt back in the ring and defend our WBO title, huh? So it says, following the emergence this week of a social media video following undisputed heavyweight champion Alexander Usyk dancing and playing soccer, the WBO on Friday today ordered him to submit an updated medical prognosis. Usyk previously requested a delay to negotiations with mandatory challenger Joseph Parker over back issues. Oh, it's my back, my arm, my leg, my nuts, huh? Well, the WBO is about to go nuts on you with their belt if you don't get that exam prognosis back to them, huh? To let them know that ain't nothing wrong with you, boy. Yeah, get your ass back in the ring. In a letter reviewed by Boxing Scene, WBO Championship Committee Chairman Luis Batista Salas wrote to Usyk attorney John Hornewer that the medical update must be detailed and thorough and must certify to the WBO Mr. Usyk's present medical condition, prognosis, and estimated recovery timeline, and any other supporting medical evidence deemed relevant. The committee cannot allow further delay or uncertainty without satisfactory clarification. Failure to comply with this request will leave the committee with no alternative but to take appropriate action in accordance with the rules and regulations of the WBO. In the video posted on Instagram 2 days ago, Usyk is shown dancing, hopping, waving his arms, and spinning as a singer performs, with DAZN's account writing, "A career after boxing beckons for undisputed champ Alexander Usyk," followed by a disco ball emoji. Yeah, Quan Big Guns. Foolishness for certain in boxing, huh? This week. Yeah, man. You see, all of this stuff is kind of foolish, man. It's foolish. Why we gotta go through this? Look at this. You see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm going to help all of you out a little bit here. See, there's always a way to handle things. You see that? Power! unlimited power in my Palpatine voice, huh? Yeah. How about that? Woo! Do they think that I'm new at this? Public service announcement, PSA.
As you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
Oh, and a follow-up.
And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out.
Yeah! See, you know, this is good stuff. It keeps me on my toes, huh? And keeps my foot in their ass. How about that, huh? Yeah. I love it. You see? I love it. See, Stormybman, be ready for all the foolishness, man. I don't start out, but I can finish it, huh? Freedom's Mark, what's good with you, man? Yeah. They messing with Stormy this evening. Listen, man, I don't care about that. I don't. They watched the Canelo videos today. Oh, for shame. Oh, well, they could come back and get some more. What Mr. T say? I got a lot of more if you get up. I got a lot of more. Tay-Tay, what's good with you, sis? Good to see you. Yeah, Eric Jordan, they didn't expect Usyk, and his people didn't expect them people to give him up like that, but he just like everybody else. They thought, oh, he's the undisputed champ. Ain't nobody gonna trick on him. Shit. Somebody was up there with their cell phone like, yeah, do it up. Yeah, now spin, Usyk. Yeah, now pump your fists in the air. Wave your hands like you just don't care. And they sent that shit in the email straight to the WBO. The party's over, motherfucker. You see? That's what you get for bullshitting, huh? That's what you get. Alexander Usyk. If you don't knock it off in my Bill Haney voice, my back, you know. That's just like Loma. All of a sudden, he got back problems after Haney kicked that ass. They thought they was gonna go in there and take all those belts from Haney with a like a robbery decision or some shit. Nope. Haney was like, and still. Loma, they told her, they say, don't worry, we'll get you. They were like, they told Loma, they said, don't worry about it. All you gotta do is get to 12 and the belts are yours. Loma was like, okay. And they got to the belt and the judges said, and still. Video cameras caught Loma in the locker room. He was like this. Yeah! You see? This is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you. I keep telling Canelo, all of them, you'll get what you get, huh? Bud gonna put his feet all in Canelo's ass, huh? He gonna put them all in there, huh? You think he's a fucking field goal kicker for a football team when he get through with Canelo. Stephen Elder Mack, what's good with you, brother? Good to see you out there. Clarence McLean, what's happening? Yeah. Loma, they lied to Loma, so now he got a backache and shit, you know. I might have to retire. Listen, good. Woo! You can't make this stuff up, huh? Can't make it up. Oh, and Bomac confirmed today that VADA is a part of what's going down with Bud and Canelo. So if Canelo dare, huh? If he dare, but just know, you know, Floyd, he told you about him already, right? Floyd told you about him. What did Floyd say, y'all? What did he say?
You know, Canelo. Steroids. Y'all don't talk about that.
Yeah.
You know, Canelo. Steroids. Y'all don't talk about that. You know, Canelo. Steroids. Y'all don't talk about that. You know, Canelo. Steroids. Y'all don't talk about that.
Y'all mad? And you know what Canelo had to say about it, right?
I don't fucking care.
Yeah. So I believe the Canelo haters, you know, meaning not the ones who hate Canelo but hate me talking about him, are on the outside looking in like this. We can't get in there with his black ass. We are mad. Make a few new accounts, subscribe, and maybe you'll get a chance to come back in a couple of years. Yeah. Uh-huh. See, that's what they didn't realize. That Stormy still had power. I reversed that Palpatine on their ass, huh? With a little bit of That's right. See, they don't know me, man. They think they know me, but they don't know me, huh? In fact, how about
She got your ass.
yeah! You see? What else can they do, man? What else can they do? They can get mad all they want to, huh? But where are they at? They on the outside looking in. In the meantime, we in here like MC Hammer, huh? Practicing for one of his shows. Yeah! They think because I'm an OG, I'm just an OG, huh? This GB kid, he be killing off on them, right? Coming in here talking mess, trying to call us the N-word, huh? That word is reserved for us, huh? To use, huh? Anyone else can step outside, huh?
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
That's right, EJ. That's right. Ravens Nation says that song was before my time and I could do that dance better than any elder in my family. Hey man, Hammer was something else, man. There was like a 3-year period where Hammer was the man. You understand? He had people mad as hell. That's right, Clarence McLean. I'm lighting it up tonight since they wanted Stormy to go into his bag, huh? Stormy, listen, man. Let me tell you something. This is them niggas out here. They thought that they was. See, Clarence, you came in a little bit later. I don't know how long you was watching, but we had a couple of trolls come in, huh? And they was very disrespectful. So Stormy had to show them the door with his foot in their ass. But that's okay, huh? Because I got all these kind of memes to play just for people like that, huh?
Every move
Ubers calculated, I do numbers calculator. You don't got my cash or payment, pussy boy, I'ma catch you later. Rhyme with that soul.
You know, they think they're coming around here to fuck Stormy, huh? But no, they're just air pumping. Yeah! Huh? Now, I tried to, you know, talk some boxing, huh? Tried. This is me going to one of them restaurants where they work, huh? Every day for a living.
I like some Chinese berries.
Chinese berries?
You mean to tell me you don't know what Chinese berries are? Well, let me show you, man.
And as far as Miguel, EJ, I don't have the ninja sword here, but I have this PSA from Corey Holcomb.
If you got a son who watching two niggas come out the room in the morning with the dookie, wind blow when the door open, if you think that boy is gonna grow up not mentally crazy, you wrong.
Are you shocked, Mr. Williams?
Only at how sloppy your man was.
Yeah. Now, can I get back to my boxing now? Because, you know, I just wanted you guys to know that, you know, Stormy is unbothered, huh? Unbothered. Clarence says, boxing, please. Okay. Yeah, I just thought I would share that bit of news from the WBO, though, about Usyk, huh? Some other interesting news. Marcus Brown, who we ain't seen or heard from in a while, is going to step in to face Brandon Glanton following Rocky Fielding withdrawing for the fight against Glanton. And the fight is going to take place in Lagos, Nigeria. Brown, a 34-year-old southpaw, has been inactive since posting a 10-round points victory over Adrian Taylor 2 years ago, though his last taste of any real noteworthy action came in December 2021, when he was knocked out in the 9th round by Arthur Bitterbeef. His record is 25-2 with 16 KOs. Yep. So Marcus Brown is returning to the ring. You know? Yeah, but Quan, they can't get in now. I put the subscribers only mode on. You see, I know how to do things, man. You know, once we got 3 of them, I was like, okay, F that. I'm just going to put the subscribers mode on. You see? You know, it's like 2 different guys, but it's okay. You know, they're on the outside looking in now. You know. They all on the outside looking like this. Yeah, so Marcus Brown, he'll be back. And that fight will be October 1st in Nigeria. We'll see. Yeah, Clarence, that's exactly what they are, man. Look outside looking in, huh? They mad because they can't show they love, huh? Anyway, another news item is Michaela Mayer and Mary Spencer are gonna fight for the WBA junior middleweight title October 30th. Now, this is Mayer going for her 3rd division championship. Michaela is doing some good stuff in boxing too, you guys. And since Alicia Baumgardner is too chicken shit to face her in a rematch, Michaela moved on and has become a real linchpin in the sport of boxing. She's in there making and carving out her own future. Now, as far as Michaela's fight, I wonder who's going to air it. I think Eye of the Tiger Promotions. I wonder where it's going to be aired, though. Well, Top Rank is still out there, but I don't know who they've got their new broadcasting deal with. You know, they may be still doing matches, you know, at random, you know, but they need to find a home because otherwise their promotions are not going to see a lot of air. Universal Truth, what's happening with you, bro? You know, they're not on ESPN no more. That Xander Zayas fight was the last ESPN bout. Katie Taylor and Chantel Cameron 3 is in negotiations for a possible October or November matchup showdown. In some bad news, the cousin of Marcos Maidana, Gustavo Gomez Maidana, was found unalived at his home from a self-inflicted pow-pow wound, and his mother made the news available earlier today. It's very unfortunate, and sympathies go out to the Maidana family. You know, there's all kinds of things happening out here in the world, and people are finding life very hard to deal with. Circumstances in life. That's why these guys coming out here to troll and everything, you know, they are just real fools, huh? Because there's so many other important things in life. If you don't like what Stormybman has to say on his channel about fighters you might like or what to support or whatever, dude, there's plenty of places to go to get your passion on, huh? Yeah, Quan Big Guns, that was his cousin, Gustavo Gomez Maidana. Yeah. And even though that's the news that we're being told, it doesn't necessarily have to be what they're saying, you know. That's why I say, you know, sympathies go out to the Maidana family. You know, may God's grace and blessings be upon them at this terrible time. Yeah, and some other news that I wanted to talk about personally on this air is scheduled for, and I think Quan mentioned this earlier, scheduled for I think October 25th, Oshaki Foster and Stephen Fulton is going to be a part of the Fundora Thurman undercard. Listen, that's a great fight, man. Oshaki against Stephen Fulton, man. I cannot wait to do a fight breakdown of that matchup. You know, I've been very high on Oshaki for a while. I think that he was given a raw deal in that fight against Consequiao, but he did get his back from Consequiao, but it was unfortunate that they even took the title in that shaky decision, the first fight anyway. But the fact that he's now going to fight Fulton, that's a name fighter. That's a legacy fight for these two men to come together. Both men have outstanding defensive ability to be able to make people miss and not land clean shots, and both can box pretty darn good. So I'm looking forward to that, man. What a fight. Remember, I said we have been inundated with so many fights, and to come in here for this weekend and for things to kind of be a little bit light so we could catch our breath a little bit. But man, going into this last quarter of the year, listen, there are some fights to not be missed. This is one of them. As long as they can make it through their training camps fine and face each other on the 25th of October, my goodness, what a good fight. And Thurman challenging Fundora. That's going to be very interesting because Fundora has now bought into what his trainers and people have been suggesting. With he fighting on the inside all the time, he's now gained the confidence to box from distance and range. So Thurman's going to have his work cut out for him. He is going to have his work cut out for him. Now, if Fundora was like closer to the same height as Thurman, I would favor Thurman, to be perfectly honest. But that height and reach advantage that Fundora has is very dangerous for Keith Thurman. Very dangerous. And Fundora's been in some tough scrap-ups, so it's like it's not like blood is gonna make him shy, getting hit or knocked down. He's going to come after Thurman, and Thurman is gonna have to prove that he ain't an old man. So that's some good stuff right there. So yeah. Gonna head over to the PayPal. My brother Universal with the PayPal donation. He says, just showing support, peace and blessings, Sensei. Hey, thank you so much there, Universal, man. We really appreciate your support as well, man. Thank you so much, man. God bless. Yes. See, even on a rough night like tonight with these crazies coming in here trying to disrupt the show, we could still get things done, man. Man, don't you guys ever have to deal with these, like, you know, how your phone will have these little, they have graphics and stuff now that changes your picture size and all of that on your screen size on the phone. And I accidentally touched something and can't get the doggone thing off. I'm like, man, I hate when that happens. Quan says, you know, they would still be in here if it wasn't on sub only. Oh, of course, man. Of course. That's why, you know, I did what I did. But you know what? That was a huge part of who was here earlier too. But it's okay. I tell you guys all the time, I'm prepared for that kind of stuff, but I'm not here for that stuff. That's why I have a no tolerance, zero tolerance to the foolishness, because you know I don't come on here beefing with other content creators, channels and stuff like that. That's not what I do. I talk about the subjects from my point of view and perspective. So it's like, if you don't agree with that, tough tamales. I don't agree with a lot of the foolishness that they do out there. But I'm not going to sit up here and make hour-long streams about it or more and have panels and all of that kind of foolishness. Hell out of here with that. So Quan, what other news you want me to talk about? Because there's plenty. I've been picking different articles that I've run across. Plenty of stuff. George Groves from the UK says that Canelo has ruined the super middleweight division. You remember George Groves who fought Carl Froch? He says that, Canelo, the way he's been moving as a champion, has made a mockery of the division. Yep. Quan is asking, do you think the Wilder versus Ngannou talk is real? It could be, but I'm going to tell you something. It was Wilder who originally entertained the thought of facing Ngannou and in Africa. But Tyson Fury and his people swooped in and stole the fight away from Wilder. If he decides to still go through with something with Ngannou, so be it. I support Wilder. It's not necessarily about what he's doing in the sport. I support him as a man for his convictions. But let me tell you something. Personally, I would say he should leave guys like Ngannou alone. Ngannou went out there and laid in bed with AJ and Fury and embarrassed himself, when I think that if he had taken the fight with Wilder, it would have had a different charm to it, especially being in Africa. But fighting those two guys who refuse to fight each other, you see how they both have moved in the division. They both thought that Usyk would be easy pickings because he came up from cruiserweight, but he was the best fighter that either of them have fought in their careers, including better than Klitschko for AJ and Klitschko for Fury. So it's like they both lost to him twice. So having bragging rights over someone like Ngannou, but if it were Wilder and Ngannou when it was originally supposed to happen, it would have been more of a novelty fight, but at the same time to bring light to Africa, the fighters, of how they represent their sport. Because Ngannou was a knockout fighter from his sport. Deontay was a knockout fighter from boxing. So that them coming together like that would have been great for boxing at the time. Right now, it doesn't have the same kind of luster that it would have had they originally had that chance to meet a few years ago when it was initially conceptualized and Fury's and his people swept in and stole the fight from Deontay. Jonathan Simon, salute to you, bro. Quan says Wilder definitely wouldn't get whooped like Fury did against Ngannou. Well, like I said, it would have been a different fight at that time and different novelty and whatnot for both fighters and the sports that they represent. See, now it doesn't make sense. Wilder should continue, if he's going to continue to fight, he should continue to build on guys like whom he faced in that last fight. Maybe take on a Jermaine Franklin or someone like that. That would be a nice next step move for Wilder. Personally, I want him to get his chance to fight some of these lower tier guys to build and rebuild his confidence and to give him a chance to work on some things that he's done in his training camps and to overall get back to a place of being a confident winning man. But these other guys have done it. Look at the soft touches that AJ has had in between the major fights he's had. Look at the soft touches that Fury has had in between. Wilder is the only one who's gone after top fighter after top fighter after top fighter after top fighter. I mean, to go from Joseph Parker to Zili Zhang. I mean, come on, who else is doing that stuff? None of these guys. Zili Zhang, you never even heard Tyson Fury mention his name. Just like he never mentioned King Kong Ortiz, because Tyson Fury was hoping that you guys wouldn't mention those guys' names for him. And he survived that shit. And so did AJ. Forget them guys. That's true, Quan Big Guns. That's absolutely true. That's why I say that's a good fight, because I think he could give Wilder rounds too, and he won't just come in and lay down. Yeah. Even a fighter like Gino Vianello for Wilder, that's a good fight. To be perfectly honest, Quan, the Dave Allen fight, I think Wilder needs another fight under his belt before facing someone like Dave Allen. That doesn't mean that Dave Allen is a severe threat. It means that Dave Allen is in a place where he's turned a corner in his career, because he was once the opponent, right? He's had a couple of solid victories, and now he's hungry again to fight. So hungry fighters can be dangerous. So Wilder needs to get his confidence back about being in there and not being injured and not having odds stacked against him because other fighters are such a severe threat and everything. He needs to get back, work himself back to that point of competitiveness. Once he does that, then anyone. But Allen would be a guy to consider if he has another fight first, meaning Wilder has another fight first. Yeah, but when Frazier Clark KO'd Allen, Allen wasn't even into boxing. His mind wasn't into boxing or whatever. He's been resurrected, bro. He has. He's come back from a dark place. He was in a point and place in his career that he didn't care He just went in there and took the payday for Frazier and everything. He wasn't trying to beat Frazier. But some light switch went off with him in those 2 fights against Fisher. And it sparked something. It brought something back in him. That can happen to fighters in their careers. It's usually a short-lived thing, but it can happen. Yep. What else we got here? Let me see. Boxing scene. There was some news that Derek Chisora was spoiling for a fight against Jai Opataya, wanting him to move up to heavyweight. But Opataya said that he wants to unify the division first before moving up, which I can totally understand. See, that's one of those roadblock scenarios where they try to tempt you to do something in another division and stuff like that because you're good where you are. Zurdo Ramirez need to get his ass in the ring with Jai Opataya. He needs to get in the ring with him. Stop messing around. Put that damn belt on the line. Chris Billum Smith gave him a chance. Give Jai the chance to unify. Stop messing around. Quan says we need Hunter to get in the mix. He can beat many of these guys. Michael Hunter? Well, he's not going to beat him if he remains inactive. He needs to get in the ring and start fighting people. I think the one drawback with Hunter is the fact that Don King wants to write the story about everything he does. That's the one thing that, see, when Don owned the heavyweight division by having so many fighters in the stable, he can control things. But he doesn't have that type of control anymore. So he needs to let the fighters get out there and fight for it. Zerto is just a placeholder. You see that man went from 168 to cruiserweight. That's because he was a weight bully. He was the real weight bully in boxing, but nobody wanted to talk about that. But he sure enough passed up 175 because he knew he wasn't beating the two men, Bivol and Beterbiev. He knew that. Yeah, that's true, Jonathan Simon. But he didn't want to campaign. I think when I come back next week, I'll bring my pound for pound list back. The Thunderous Top 10. So we can go over that. Funny how things quieted down with that subscribers mode only, huh? bunch of niggas and everything. Oh my goodness. Tell them dudes to go out there in the public and say those things to people as they pass them on the street and everything. Let them try their luck with that. See how that work out for them. I'll read about it in the news. Yeah, but Quan, it would be entertaining, you know, if they did do that. If they did, it would be entertaining. You know, give us something to see. A couple of men were unalived today as when they went on a rant saying this and that, it was halted immediately with gunfire. We get ready to wind things down. Take a moment out so we can hear from our brother, the Focus Ball.
Get ready to take your striking game to the next level with the Focus Ball. Dramatically improved footwork, timing, head movement, hand-eye coordination, reflex, and overall fight IQ. It's lightweight and extremely portable, so you can train every time, everywhere. When you don't have a coach to do mitt work, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a heavy bag to hit, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a sparring partner, get yourself a Focus Ball. And when you just want to have fun punching and kicking, get a Focus Ball. When you train with the Focus Ball, you train your eyes and your brain to read punches so that you can hit and not get hit, making this very simple device a must-have for all combat sports athletes and enthusiasts alike. So if you want to take your striking game to the next level, don't wait. Get the Focus Ball now.
Yeah. And so as we've come to the end of another Friday night chop session, man, this was kind of like a little off the rails, but not. I mean, they didn't expect me to respond the way I did, I'm sure. But it is what it is. You see, but you have to be prepared and ready to deal with the task at hand. And we did. That subscribers mode is a mother, ain't it? Power! Yeah. Unlimited power! In my Palpatine voice. Bet they never saw that coming. Yeah. But I thank everybody that came out, the Cash App, PayPal donations. For those who hung in there with me, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was a nice show. And I look forward to seeing you guys again on the next one. I want to say shout out to the mighty LDBC. And we will catch you guys next week. Peace to everybody. Enjoy your holiday weekend. Peace out.
what a nice day. Look at Jessica. Jessica, what are you doing? You know you can't swim. Get away from the water, Jessica. Jessica, get away from the... Oh, my God. Somebody help Jessica, please. She can't swim. Go help the... Jessica, run! Jessica, no. Oh, my God. No, Jessica. No, the water is pulling her back in. Where's the lifeguard? Lifeguard, hurry up. You can't swim. Jessica, no! Lifeguard, please save her! Yes, two lifeguards! Save her, no! Please, Jessica! Oh, look, hey! That husband is coming! Oh, do one of them dead! Jessica! Hey, please, save her! Jessica! They're coming now, they're here, Jessica!